Has to be online, boss.
Okay. That's all.
Ah, sorry.
Do we have full camera in A?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool, I know that. Which is what's the cut on this one? That one. The light button.
Whoops.
Am I driving? Alright.
Oh no, it seems to have lost signal. Good afternoon and welcome to GB versus New Zealand under 19 men's. Should be a cracker of a game. I'll just put buttons. And they're off. New Zealand in the white, playing from left to right, and GB in the dark colours, blue and black, playing from right to left. We got New Zealand early on attack, driving up into the near side corner, looking very strong with 3-4 players in there, but GB sweeping it out to the far side, trying to get away, but the defence has been stopped by a good tackle from the Kiwi back. And they're driving forward again. Is this going to be the first goal already? It's very on the edge of the lip, lots of players in there. Britain have managed to sweep it to the side. New Zealand have recovered again, driving back in. 2 GB defenders, 3 GB defenders there now, trying to keep it out, but it looks like it's gone in. Referees coming to the surface, and they have confirmed a goal, first goal after 55 seconds to New Zealand. Number 5, Aidan Heath. I'm sure the coaches, Warwick, will be very pleased with that. As we reset now, both teams taking off. Speed-wise, Kiwis just beat the British to the puck. As play moves back and forwards across the centre of the ball. Both teams looking for that gap in the defences to take it forward. We got a stoppage from the referees. I've yet to see what the signal is. It's an advantage puck against New Zealand. GB ready, and they take it. They go down the right hand side. They're just outside the New Zealand sub-spin, driving hard. Lots of bodies down there, and again there's a stoppage. And the call's been made a second time against the New Zealand team. GB flicking, going straight into the middle, trying to go through into the centre of the goal. Lots of tight tussle there. New Zealand managed to get it and are sweeping it to the side away to safety. Tussle on the far wall. Flick forward to the New Zealand player who's making a sprint. He's got a second player in support. If Britain don't get more players back, they'll be exposed in the defence as the player continues to run up the pool. New Zealand flicking from player to player, making lots of ground, and are now on the 5 metre line as Britain's forced hard back on the defence. The speed of the Kiwis just simply opened the game up there. Good back tackle there, taking the puck across to the opposite side of the goal mouth. Now the Kiwis are feeding it back in towards the centre. Big flick in towards the edge of the goal there. Has it gone in? I believe it has. It has. Another goal to GB. Sorry, to New Zealand. My mistake. To New Zealand. Goal number 3. This time to Nikolai. Cap number 3. We have black team. That's Great Britain have called for a timeout. An opportune moment for them to settle the nerves because they're getting pushed hard and fast by the Kiwis, which was probably their game plan from the start. The respective coaches coming in to have a chat. You can see Warwick there is talking about angles and passes, instrumental to his team. I'm sure the British coach at the other end is also doing the same. And my mind's gone blank and I should know who it is. I'm going to get crucified for that later. Bernie, that's who I'll be leading, sorry. It's Bernie at the far end, coach for GB. And they take off again.
And Mick.
New Zealand a bit quicker to the puck that time. Player still in the middle of the field, slightly moving into the GB side. As New Zealand move it backwards and forwards. GB have got it now. They're trying to make some ground. They're back up to halfway. New Zealand have taken it back again, running it through. Lots of to in and throwing. The pucks going one team then the other. But GB is still defending with New Zealand slowly making progress. They're now up into the near side corner. GB hard on defence. Was that defender a bit slow down to get there to stop that? Looks like a third goal for New Zealand. We have a third goal. Waiting confirmation. It's number 9, Sam Marshall. New Zealand will certainly be pleased with that, to have 3 goals in the first 5 minutes. Okay, we seem to have some technical difficulties with our underwater camera. It's stopped. We've lost the tracking left and right, so we're going to have to go with what we've got. New Zealand doing well on the attack there. Lots, 2, 3. I see 3 players there in support, trying to drive it through. GB player leaving their fins on the ground. Lucky that wasn't called. But GB have now got the puck, defending hard on the near side corner there. Buzzer's gone. Referees are setting up. Advantage puck against GB there. New Zealand moving in. Nice low flick, didn't go through. GB coming out hard and defending. The second player there, that's number 9 from New Zealand's got it, driving it through, but defence from GB coming out, taking it away. Call from the referees. Advantage puck again. Call is for breaking, and team warning issued to GB. New Zealand driving it straight up the middle, 3 players there. It's gone to the far side into the corner. GB trying their best to flick it out, big flick there as they come out, but New Zealand able to recoup it and take it back towards the goal, back towards the GB goal. Plays now on the far side of the wall. Both teams tussling, but GB have got it. New Zealand have got it. And bringing it out into the middle of the pool to give them more options as to where they go with it. The tackles are coming in hard and fast as they manage to flick through Bacrun, and he's flicked it. Oh, that was a brilliant move there by the Kiwi player. That's a goal. I'm just waiting on confirmation of the scorer. Jackson Godfrey. That was a brilliant piece of move by him. Oh, excellent. We've got the camera back on the ground. Alrighty.
Should be another headset just there.
If they want an English speaking or
No. We've got.
As the strike takes off again, New Zealand gain the puck again. And GB take it, and they take it to the wall.
Don't know how these work.
I'm being joined by a fellow Kiwi in the
I don't know how we turn them on. Or
commentary panel.
Alright, yeah, sorry.
Players moving up the right hand side by the Kiwis. Hi.
I'm Elliot from the New Zealand under 24 team.
Excellent. Welcome aboard, Elliot. What do you see happening on the screen?
So we got 4-0 up coming in. The boys doing a nice switch across the pool, but I believe we have a ref's call here. And it looks to be against the Kiwis, this one, so GB will have an advantage puck pretty close to the New Zealand goalman. So GB doing a nice strong drive up the wall here. New Zealand just slowing it down, but GB maintaining possession. Now looking to go back up the channel. That looks like a flick into maybe the New Zealand player, but it was underneath the body, so it was quite hard for the refs to see. But New Zealand doing a nice break up the right hand side of the pool here with support. New Zealand's still going. Nice underbody flick to his teammate off to the left, and now driving right up into the GB half.
Yes, they managed to take that from a defensive to offensive very quickly. As GB are now centre of the gully, and big flick nearly went in, but has the second follow-up done it?
But we have a ref's call here against New Zealand for barging.
Very close, they nearly scored then.
Yeah, so GB will be happy just to relieve the pressure a little bit and probably take this in front of their subs bench. But we've got a timeout, New Zealand.
Yes, it is. You think Warwick will have a change of tactics for the team, or?
Oh, I'm sure by the looks of the last couple of minutes when I came in, the boys like to just slow the GB game down, and then are looking to bounce off the wall and put some real pressure onto that GB defence. But GB will be really, really happy to have an advantage puck at the end of this timeout, just to try to set up for another tap themselves.
They will be. There have been times the New Zealand attack has pushed the defence back because they haven't been able to get the players around behind again to stop it and control it, for the GB to stop it and control it. So here we go, GB with the restart.
Big flick going down the centre of the channel there. But New Zealand just turning off and looking to spread the puck wide. Number 10 there, I believe that's Heath Galloway, pushing up to Sam Marshall, setting up for his other forward, just bobbling the puck there, but still managing the whole possession, still driving right into the GB front of the GB goal bin. But GB did well here just to slow that puck down and keep the pressure out.
There's a good back tackle there by number 9. GB had the puck, but the Kiwis taking it back to them and driving to the far corner.
It looks like we have a goal. All the refs are agreeing.
Just waiting on confirmation of the hat number. Nikolai, that's
Nicky, nice.
That's his second goal for this
Oh, he'll be
game
happy
so
with
far.
that then. See, the boys doing really well there just to absorb that pressure and then bounce off the wall, spreading that puck wide, having a lot of support coming down.
GB boys getting a wee bit slower there on the strike.
Aiden now doing a drive up the right hand side of the pool, dropping it back for Tim. Doing a nice strong 45 drive there, dropping it back to Sam Twig to spread that puck wide.
Tom Dutton and Isaac.
But GB just trying to slow the Kiwis rumble down, but we've got a nice 45 and Sam Twig putting a big flick in right onto the edge of the tray, but we have a ref's call here.
Thought GB number 2 did very well there to stop the puck.
But we have an illegal knockdown and we have a penalty goal awarded to New Zealand.
That won't do anything for the GB players. They'll be very upset with that call.
but it looked like that the GB player just knocked that down with his glove. There's that big flick coming in there from number 6, Samuel Twigg.
Just over 3 minutes to go in this first half.
Another fast strike here from the New Zealand side.
Yeah,
Big-
GB were almost 2 lanes away from that restart. They certainly seem to be lacking the energy at the moment.
Another big switch off the wall there. Plenty of support for the New Zealand side on the bottom of the pool. Now Will Heaps coming down, just missing that knockdown. But number 12 from New Zealand just holding that puck up. GB tried to spin that off the wall, but intercepted by the New Zealand side, but we have a ref's call. And it looks like it was gloving by the New Zealand side, so the New Zealand side will be pushed back. GB will hope to just reset and try to get this puck out of their half. GB really liking to play this channel, and New Zealand wanting to spread the puck as fast as they can. Ooh, big flick, got knocked over the GB player, but New Zealand still holding on to the possession here. Jackson going for a nice swim off and looking for his supporting players. Now a big 45 drive from the New Zealand winger.
Every time GB seem to get the puck, they can sort of make 5 to maybe 10 metres away from their own goal, but then New Zealand seem to recoup it and make just as much ground back again.
Yes. Just appears like there's a few more numbers on the bottom for the New Zealand side here. And we've got an advantage puck for the New Zealand team here right on the GB goal, so they'll look to put some serious pressure onto the GB defence here.
They're driving it in. He's at the 5 metre line. Big flick across to the near side. Forward to the forward, who's got someone inside him, even closer to the goal. Looked like a planned move. Involving 4 players as the Kiwis curl right in front of the goal mouth, put it in.
But there was already a ref call here, and it is against the New Zealand side.
Okay, GB set themselves up and off they go.
I'm very
just-
happy just to take it back into the corner for the last few seconds of this half. And that'll roll us into half time.
Very. New Zealand certainly have dominated the first half, 6 goals. I don't believe that's someone at Benjamin into the penalty bin. That seems to be a glitch in the software that occasionally throws people into the bin when they shouldn't be, but only happens at half time, so we can ignore that. Certainly think New Zealand will be happy with their game plan.
Yeah, it looks like they're really looking to swim the puck and really shut down the GB game plan. Looking like the GB are just wanting to drive it up the channel here at the moment, and are quite happy to do that, but New Zealand have been very, very effective of ripping that puck off them and spreading that puck wide with numbers on the bottom.
Definitely. Moving it wide 2 and 3 passes is certainly working for the Kiwis to go around the GB and gain them that ground, and even sometimes on the 45s. The GB seems to be very focused on a narrow path, and if it goes wider that, it seems to stretch them a lot, making it very difficult for them. I wonder how long it'll be before we have referees' mics so we can hear what they're talking about at half time.
It'll be awesome, wouldn't it?
Fairly clean half though so far. Very few stoppages.
No send out so far, and it wasn't any in the first 3 minutes that I missed.
No, not that I can recall. We did have a warning for braking for GB, but that was just a one-off when they were defending. I'm sure Bernie's telling the GB boys to focus and possibly change the game plan. See if they can counter that, counter the movement of the puck that the Kiwis are offering.
Yeah, with 6-0 up at half time, New Zealand will be quite comfortable here, but the GB definitely need to find something in the tank to bring something back if they wanted to have a shot at this game.
Oh, we do have a white cap on the bin.
It wasn't a glitch in the software.
That says player number 8. Is it Benjamin in the bin?
Yeah, that's correct.
Wow.
So sorry for the viewers back home that we missed that one. But Benjamin Morgan has been sent out. Looks like it's for 2 minutes, but got 1:15 left to serve in the sin bin.
10 seconds before we restart. Send to the camera. Interesting to see how far away from the flick they are.
A lot closer this time. But New Zealand's still managing to get to the strike first. Doing a strong drive right up the centre of the pool here on the GB, putting pressure on the GB defence.
GB taking it out to the side nearer their sub spin. Give them some breathing space. But I can see 2-3 Kiwi players on the bottom there, waiting like sharks to pounce, and it's come across. And is that a goal already?
Looks like it had 2 New Zealand players coming across on that bin to put that puck in, and we do have a goal for New Zealand. Number 5, I believe. Yes, Aidan Heath. He'll be very happy with that, doing a lot of swimming so far in this game. So
If my memory is correct, that's his second goal as well.
there we go. From some of the other games I've watched, Aidan's been putting a lot of pressure on some teams with his fast swimming.
Here we go again. GB secure, New Zealand securing the puck. Trying to take it straight down the middle. Doing very well there with it. GB every time GB gain possession of the puck and kill it around, there's a Kiwi there to take it back from them. Gone to the far wall. Still no real gain or loss by either team.
Big flick going in there by the GB. Looks like it's fullback, but the New Zealand goalie just able to slow that puck down, reset it on the wall, get some fresh legs in, and we'll see if New Zealand try to spin it here. It's exactly what they do. Still going wide. Some very fast swimming here by the number 13 from the New Zealand side, trying to put a flick in for his forward. Got 2 New Zealand players down, and now dropping it back to number 4, right in front of the GB goal bin here, but good numbers down by the GB side, and managing just to push that puck out to the wall. Now looking just to slow it down, reset it. He's got 2 players coming down in support, but just as many New Zealand sticks on the bottom. Now we have a ref call here, and this time is again against New Zealand for stick infringement. So GB will be very happy that they managed to just absorb that pressure and now can look to set up for some go forward.
GB coming down here to take the puck. Number 4's got it. He swims off, looking to flick through to one of his colleagues. It's come back to him. New Zealand attackers swarm on him to try and prevent him from going with it. They almost look like they secured it. New Zealand wing here on the left has secured it, feeds it back across, but GB have gained it again. A lot of to and fro before either team makes any ground. GB driving it up the wall.
New Zealand looking to spin it again, a big flick out to his winger, but we have a ref's call. And again it's stick infringing against the New Zealand side.
Here we go again. GB taking it, flicking it through. Doesn't go far into the group of players. New Zealand trying to bring it out again. We've gone to the wall. It's up in the corner. New Zealand trying to bring it out. So they don't want to be stuck on the corner or stuck in defence. Britain brought it sideways that time, getting very close to the New Zealand goal, only 2 metres out.
Got no numbers on the bottom here. GB still got the puck, but it is popping out, and that New Zealand winger just managing to get that puck in the corner. But again, we have another ref's call. And barging this time against the GB team. So the New Zealand side were very happy. They managed to just slow that puck down and stop that pressure that was put on by the GB team. And now they can set up, and we'll probably look to switch that puck again once they've made some ground forward. Nicky taking the puck again, trying to put a little dummy in up the wall, moving that puck forward. Now we've got Tim just bring that puck off the wall, dropping it to his goalie Sam Twigg, and just holding that position. Now putting it forward to one of the New Zealand forwards, and now doing a strong drive up this left hand side of the pool. But GB quite happy just to slow that puck down and now try to set something up. But New Zealand's got a lot of numbers on the bottom compared with the GB players. And now Sam Twigg here trying to put a flick into his forward. Needed to sorry about that. Now Jackson putting a very big flick going cross court to Aiden Heath, now swimming the puck into the goal. And all refs agree. Again, number 5, Aiden Heath, scoring that goal for us.
Shows how quickly New Zealand attack can be there. They were hard on defence, and 10 seconds later they were half down the pool. Another 10 seconds later they were right on attack. Shows how quickly this game can turn.
Another strong strike from the New Zealand side there. Again, trying to just control that puck before they look to switch it off the wall here. Looks like number 9 swimming there, Sam Marshall. Now New Zealand doing it, keeping possession and just holding it up, not making too much ground. But now we go across the court, a flick to no one, and now GB looking to switch that puck across the pool.
Oh, nice hand on the barrier there from GB. But New Zealand have always got their 2 or 3 players there, which gives them a big advantage on it in situations like this. Because if the player loses the puck, one of his teammates can step in and take his place and battle for it.
Now GB did a nice break up the pool, but New Zealand is able to stop that drive and start one of their own, putting a lot of pressure here. But GB got good defenders down.
Yep.
And now look to go straight down the pool, but stopped by quite a few number of New Zealand defenders.
Play on the far side. Kiwis are bringing it back around them. They swing this hard and fast here, back around the side.
Jackson doing a very strong swim here, right onto the corner of the goal bin, and it looks like it has popped in.
Have the referees confirmed? Now will Jackson get credit for it? Because he certainly put in all the legwork there.
No, it looks like number 9 has ended up putting that one in, so Sam Marshall finishing that goal off for Jackson. But a very strong swim there by Jackson, got some fast legs, left-hander, so managed to keep the puck on the outside before straightening up and just popping that puck onto the corner of the goal for Sam.
And then we're taking off again. The Kiwis just beaten with the puck. Nice dummy to go around the first player. Tackled by GB as the player comes to the near side. New Zealand looking to switch it and go around the other way. Britain are certainly still trying trying to prevent as much as they can, but as they're driven back into the far corner, another strong attack by the New Zealand team as they bring up 2 players in the back to bring it round, but they're driven it straight through. It's gone back to the far corner of the goal and have killed and put it in.
It looks like we have another goal here for number 3. So Nikki getting another goal today. So the New Zealand side will be very happy with their play, being able to just rip that puck off the wall and put a lot of pressure on the GB attack, on GB defence. Sorry.
A timeout called by GB. They'll be wanting to settle it down. New Zealand's certainly been putting the pressure on them and capitalising on any small mistakes that the GB has made. GB are still trying their best, and they're a young team. Don't necessarily have the experience they get from the schools program they have in New Zealand.
Yes.
I think that offers a big advantage to your under 19 teams, because the schools competition still has 40 teams in it each year.
Yeah, the national competition has 40, and there's qualifying tournaments to be able to play at that tournament. So quite a few more teams than just the 40 that get to play at the nationals. A lot of these New Zealand side are playing at those nationals as soon as they get back to New Zealand at the beginning of September.
Certainly keep them busy.
Sam Marshall doing a nice strike there, just punching that puck through to Aidan Heath on the other side. Now GB just able to stop that roll and get it over to their sub bench, but New Zealand straight away looking to rip that puck off the wall. But GB able to picking that one up and stopping that drive. But a nice dummy here. We have a ref's call again. And it is against New Zealand. So GB will be very happy with that defence. Managed just to slow that puck down and shutting down the New Zealand switch off the wall.
GB quite happy to try and take it straight through the New Zealand players, but it's their fullback that's swinging it around the back, around the GB players, bringing it back to where they originally were, but now on the wall. GB going back to the wall again. Here we've got back tackle there from New Zealand, get secure on the puck as first thing they do is take it off the wall and try and go wide. GB managed to bring it back and have gone back up the near side wall again. They're inside the New Zealand third, pushing through. 4 New Zealand sticks down there at that point in defence.
Now 10 Heath Galloway doing a nice 45 drive, just flicking it towards forward, carrying on that drive, looking to lay it back, and we'll see if they switch it back the other way, and that's exactly what they do. A lot of numbers on the bottom. Boys just been able to rotate that puck and keeping fresh legs on the bottom of the pool, and got right up into the GB end. GB just able to push that across to their sub bench, try to get some fresh legs in for themselves, but again Heath going on a nice 45 drive, just a underbody flick there, but the GB able to stop that. Now Will Heaps goes on a 45 drive. Now that fullback just going on a more flat drive there.
Yes, the sudden changes in direction masterminded by the New Zealand players does seem to catch some of the GB players by surprise, or certainly exposes weaknesses in their defence. But they are doing well to stop quite a few of the advances. We now have a white timeout. Time for Warwick to have a chat to his troops. And I'm sure Bernie and Mick will be doing the same for the GB players.
But the New Zealand team definitely looking very cool, calm and collected on the bottom of the pool. Definitely controlling this game. And we'll be very happy with where this scoreline sits at the moment.
Yes, this will be a good session for them to really focus on their match play and what have for some of the tougher games that are coming up. But GB is certainly knowing knowing Bernie, he won't want the team to back off, and he certainly want to push them and see if GB can score one back against the Kiwis. As we line up for the advantage puck. Again, Brennan flick it straight through the middle with the advantage puck. But it appears out the back, and the Kiwis have it and try and take it round the side of the melee.
Now Nicky doing some nice underbody skills, managing to keep possession there. But just dropping it and not quite getting it clean to his other player. But we again have a ref call against New Zealand for gloving.
We're interested to see the foul count. I think New Zealand will be leading on that as well. Though none of the fouls have been big calls for likes of unsportsmanlike conduct or similar.
GB fullback there opting to swim the puck this time instead of flick it, but doesn't have much change to the outcome of that advantage puck. But again, we have another advantage puck for the GB side, and it looks like we might have a send out here as well. He's signalling for number 2, or no? No. Willie Heaps, number 8, the vice captain, is taking that one. So he's out for 2 minutes, so New Zealand will just have to hope they can hold out with 5. Sam Twigg doing some nice skill, giving a nice flat pass to his forward.
Yep, New Zealand Great Britain, we wanted to apply lots of pressure on here, make advantage of the extra player they've got in the water, and certainly seem to be looking to do that as they push up to near the 5 metre line.
We have another ref call, and this time it's again against the New Zealand side, but a lot closer to the New Zealand goal bin here, so GB will be very happy to set up and see if they can take advantage of the extra man on the bottom and get one in here.
GB flicking again straight through in the middle. Pops out to the near side. The GB just flick it back towards the goal again. Got the numbers on the bottom there to try and push it into the gully. Will they get their first goal against New Zealand here? It's certainly an achievement if they can. We have another referee's call.
Gloving against the GB team. So some good solid defence there by the New Zealand side. They'll be happy that they managed to hold that out with 5.
They certainly will be. As we've got a minute 16 remaining in the second half. First thing New Zealand do is swim it on the 45 towards the far side. They managed to make a strong break up nearly 2/3 the way out the pool. That break is continuing as they pass it from player to player and just cycle it through. Will this give them another goal before the end of the game, as they're now back up onto the British last quarter. They're inside the 5 metre line.
Will Heaps will sit out the last minute of this game, but New Zealand doing a very strong attack with 5 men. We'll see if they can pull this puck across, get it off the wall like they've been liking to do, which they've done right now, and see if we can put it forward. Got numbers on the bottom, laying it back, but GB just with that extra man managing to get down, and now a big flick goes through, but stopped by the New Zealand winger on the wall right in front of the GB sub bin, so they'll get some fresh legs in and hope to drive this puck up the wall.
And it certainly looks like they're doing that as they continue up the far wall. Strong play, you can see the powerful dolphin kick from this side. Looks like New Zealand may have stopped it for a moment. Are they bringing it wide? Yes, they are trying to bring it round.
Jackson going on a nice strong swim, but only with 4 seconds left on the clock, probably won't be able to finish this goal here. And a great game here today between the GB and New Zealand side. New Zealand taking the win 10-0, but GB displaying some awesome skills and some awesome drives against this New Zealand team.
Certainly were. Scoreline was slightly more one-sided than we expected. the GB certainly got to not take this away as a learning experience, and I'm sure they will under Bernie and Mick's expert tutelage and grow and develop from this. And that brings an end to the game of game 138 on Pool A here on Tuesday. Got another day or two of round robin, and then we're into semi-finals and playoffs at the end of the week, and we shall catch up with you at the next game. Thanks so much.
Exactly, eh?
So where are you from?
Like in New Zealand wise?
Yeah.
Warkworth, play for Maharangi, or played for Maharangi College up in north of Auckland.
Okay.
So,
I coached Burnside High School for a while,
oh yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, because they're not playing anymore, are they?
No, it's difficult to get coaches down there.
Yeah. Where's
It's Christchurch.
Christchurch? Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't have a pool.
Yeah.
Same pool anymore.
Cool. Next one from New Zealand game's over.
How do we end this? Sweet. Thanks, Nate.
It's alright.
Now you start sending more people. It's only Tristan sending girls, and I think they're forced to come in.
Oh, it's alright. We're not allowed to, but that's alright.